Welcome back to Teshkid Effects for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Quant, whose current price stands at the $120.4 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 1.15%, and in this video I want to give you the short-term and the long-term scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot structures and the Fibonacci's, and allow me to kickstart the video here on the daily chart by giving you a brief of what has been happening here on the Quant chart. So Quant from the all-time high had been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective structure, which took us back to around the $40.1 mark, and after seeing that low we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that has been obeying the Elliott wave structures and is better seen here on the forward chart, where you can see I have this Elliott wave structure in blue having a wave 5 completing the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 1 and making our high at around the $228 mark, and after seeing the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 1, whatever we expect is the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 2, which I believe we have been seeing over here, and there are chances that we might have made our low in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 2 at around the $94.4 mark, and there are chances that we might have started that movement to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 3, and getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this high Elliott wave count 2 so that it can give you the short-term scenarios that can play out and also give you a confirmation whether we have finished the formation of that high Elliott wave count 2, and also tell you whether we still have some lower prices to see here on the Quant chart in the formation of that high Elliott wave count 2. And jumping to the 1 hour chart for further analysis, here on the 1 hour chart I want to give you two possible scenarios that can play out here in the formation of this higher Elliott wave count 2, and the very first one is there are chances that we might have seen the low for this higher Elliott wave count 2 at around the $94.4 mark, and whatever we have been seeing over here is a bit of a bounce to the upper side in the formation of this higher Elliott wave count 3, and in the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 3, which is an impulsive wave, we also expected to see an ABC corrective structure, that is not an ABC corrective structure but fractal waves in formation within that higher Elliott wave count 3 to the upper side, and after making our low at around the $94.4 mark we have been seeing such a structure right here, having this as the first wave to the upper side, then we saw this ABC corrective structure over here in the formation of a second wave, then I believe we're in the formation of that wave 3 before we see a wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5 to complete a higher Elliott wave count 1, which is a fractal wave within that higher Elliott wave count 3 that I have shown you on the 4 hour chart, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3 using a trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave down there to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the Fibonacci's to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 at the Fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $151.6 mark before we see a wave 4 and then continue pushing higher in the formation of that wave 5. So that is the first possible scenario to the upper side that can play out, and you can also see that in the formation of that wave 3 we have been seeing chart patterns that were in formation that were giving us a breakout to the upper side and also supporting that movement to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3, like this inverse head and shoulders pattern that I have right here that was giving me a minimum target area to the upper side at around the $146 mark, because this is a chart pattern that breaks to the upper side, having the minimum target area of the breakout as the height between the head and the neckline, and I can get that height and then place it above the neckline, giving me a minimum target area back to around the $146.4 mark, and you can see that was supporting that movement to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3, but you can see we did not see a breakout out of the chart pattern because we formed another chart pattern that is right here, which is a double top, and after seeing the formation of this chart pattern we also saw a breakout out of this chart pattern to the lower side, having the minimum target area of the breakout as the height between the tops and the neckline. I got that height and placed it below the neckline, giving me a minimum target area back to around the $117 mark, which is a target area that we have fully maximized. And right now, after seeing the breakout, we are seeing a bit of a recovery to the upper side, and that means there are chances that maybe we have not yet seen the low for that higher Elliott wave count 2, and that's why we are not seeing these this movement to the upper side being that impulsive, because that is what we expect in the formation of this wave 3, and there are chances that whatever we are seeing over here might be the formation of a massive ABC corrective structure within the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 2, because from whatever we saw over here, we didn't see an ABC corrective structure, and there are chances that this might be a massive wave A. Then I'm expecting a wave B before we continue pushing even lower in the formation of that wave C, and that would mean there are chances of making a new low here on the quant chart in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 2. And for us to say that in the formation of this wave B, we need to make a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, and that is by connecting the Fibonacci's from the high of the wave A to the low of the wave A, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.5, which perfectly lies between the $117.8 mark and the $161.9 mark, and I can mark that target area. So in case Quant continues to push even higher and fully get into this target area, there are chances that we can either be in the formation of this wave 3, or maybe this might be a wave B before we continue pushing lower in the formation of that wave C. So that is the dilemma that I have here on the quant chart, and we need to be very careful and also wait for confirmations on which Elliott wave count to follow here on the quant chart, and also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the RSI. On the RSI, we are trading at around the 39 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side, and a bit of room for us to support any movements to the lower side before we get into the oversold region. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have printed a bearish cross, and that would mean our prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and also continue watching the key area of support at around the $110 mark, because in case we lose that key area of support, then there are chances of seeing a straight sell off over here and make a new low in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 2. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.